Hello, everybody, and welcome in. It is my final NFL mock draft, as tonight is the night the NFL draft is happening, and I'm going to give you guys my final mock draft here. But before we get into it, I will be live tonight. I will be live for the mock draft. I'm thinking I'll be live around 7:30, 7:45. It's going to be a big night. I'm excited for it. I'm not wearing my tour jersey yet, but I will put it on. I just don't want to get dirty because it's white. I am a Dolphins fan. I'm ready for the night. So without further ado, let's get into my final mock draft here, ladies and gentlemen, as I can't wait for the draft tonight. It's going to be a big night, exciting night, a lot of fun going to be had tonight. Now, before we get into my mock draft, as I haven't set it up yet, this mock draft, my mock drafts that I have been doing, we do not do trades around here. Will it enter? It's loading. Okay. I do not do trades around here. Now, obviously, tonight there will be trades, but for this mock draft, no trades. You have the pick. You stick with it. That's my philosophy. No trades. Here we go. Final mock draft. Let's start it off. It's seeming like Caleb Williams. It's all signs point to Caleb Williams being the number one draft pick. The Bears traded away Justin Fields. It's pretty obvious Caleb Williams the pick. That's a no-brainer. Number 2 for Washington, all signs are pointing to Jaden Daniels being the second overall pick. It could also be Drake May, but I think all signs are pointing to Jaden Daniels. And I really like Jaden Daniels. I hope he works out there in Washington. I think Washington's getting a good guy there. I really like Jaden Daniels. Some people ain't high on him. I'm high on him. I don't know if he's worth the number 2 pick, but he's gone up boards. Jaden Daniels. This is where the draft really starts. What are the Patriots going to do here? Are they going to trade down? Are they going to just stick with the pick and select Drake May? There's also rumors swirling around. Giants want to trade up for Drake May. Will they do it? Patriots would only have to drop back 3 spots. The Minnesota Vikings, however, are the most desperate team in this draft, according to Adam Schefter, who said it on his show, on the Rich Eisen show. And Minnesota also needs a quarterback. And Minnesota, I have heard, also wants to move heaven and earth to get Drake May. But for this mock draft, seeing as there's no trades, we're sticking to it. Drake May is the pick here for the New England Patriots. They get their franchise quarterback, as they had Mac Jones and he sucked. And now they got Drake May. Arizona Cardinals, this could also be a trade down spot. I heard the Cardinals want 3 firsts for this pick weeks ago. But again, the Cardinals may want to trade down, but we don't do trades here. They're going to select Marvin Harrison Jr. And the Chargers are another team who could trade. And I've been hearing rumors Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors is the pick. But let's get crazy here. I heard the Chargers, I've seen Daniel Jeremiah's mock. He had this guy going to him, so I'm going to give him to the Chargers. I'm going J.C. Latham. The Chargers need a right tackle. I don't know if Joe Alt plays right tackle. We're going to give them J.C. Latham. I do not think the Chargers will pick. I think if anything, the Vikings are going to trade up here, possibly select J.J. McCarthy before the Giants. Now, I'm going J.C. Latham. Chargers get their right tackle. It might be Joe Alt, might be Malik Neighbors. I'm going to look like a fool, but we'll go J.C. Latham. Daniel Jeremiah had him marked. I'm going to follow my boy DJ, J.C. Latham. Now, I don't know if J.C. Latham's worth the top 5 pick, but the Chargers kind of need a right tackle. I was going to go Joe Alt, but I'm not sure if he plays right tackle. Let me know down below. Am I an idiot, Chargers fans? Am I an idiot at all, guys? Let me know down below. I'll go J.C. Latham. J.J. McCarthy is the hot rumor to go to the Giants. J.J. McCarthy. If this ends up like this, I think J.J. McCarthy's the pick. However, I'm not going with that. Giants fans, I know Daniel Jones sucks. We hate Daniel Jones. You should have never given him $45 million. But again, you need a receiver, and Malik Neighbors is the second best receiver in this class. If you can get Malik Neighbors, you take him. I do believe, though, if J.J. McCarthy's there at 6, I think all signs will point to him being a Giant. But again, if Malik's Neighbors there, you get the second best receiver in the class. So, I mean, but I think the Giants should go either Joe Alt or Malik Neighbors there. My friend who's a Giants fan said he doesn't want Joe Alt because the Giants have drafted so many offensive linemen, and they have been bad. But he said he would take Malik Neighbors. He also said he wants Penix over McCarthy. I did hear a rumor, though, that if Penix is there, they might take him at 6. I did see a rumor Penix can go as high as 8. I just don't think Penix is worth the 6th pick. But again, he might go at 6. It might be JJ. Who knows what the Giants are going to do? We're going to give him Malik Nabis. The Tennessee Titans will get Joe Alt, get Will Levis some protection there. You know, it is what it is. The Chargers could, the Titans, I mean, the Chargers. The Titans could also go with Roma Duze. I do believe, though, they can get some protection there for Mr. Will Levis. Next up, the Atlanta Falcons. I think Dallas Turner is the pick there. They need some edge help. They need help on defense. They could also go with a receiver. I don't, what Drake London and who was another receiver they just Tutu Atwell, is that who it is, or Van Jefferson, one of the two they got from the Rams. But again, I think that the receiving class deeps. I think the Falcons can get a receiver later if they really want one. I think Dallas Turner can be good help on the defense, get them some good edge rushing ability there. Next up, the Bears. For me, for the Bears, it's either going to be Brock Bowers or Roma Duze. I believe it. Now, Caleb Williams did say he wants Oshan Fashanu from Penn State, but I'm going to give them Roma Duze. I think it's either Oduze or Bowers at 9, or the Bears maybe trade down, get more picks. The Bears only have 4 picks in this draft, so they might trade down here, but we're going to go Roma Duze. The Jets, I think it's either going to be Oduze or Bowers as well. Whoever the Bears don't take in this situation, it's going to be Brock Bowers. It seems like it also could be an old lineman, I've heard. But we're going to stick with Brock Bowers. I think that would be a great fit for the Jets if the Jets want to go all in this year and just say, fuck it, we're going to ride with Tyron Smith and Logan Morris, maybe draft someone later. I mean, you're shooting your shot there, Jets, but I think, I don't know. But anyway, Brock Bowers would be a great fit for the Jets. Aaron Rodgers is there. Mike Williams. I mean, the Jets would look nasty. They just got to stay healthy all year. But Brock Bowers, a little scary for me as a Dolphin fan to see him in a Jet uniform. The Vikings, we're going to go J.J. McCarthy. Again, the Vikings might have to trade up for J.J. McCarthy. They might also, we're at 137 here as I'm recording this. They might trade up here in a couple hours. Maybe we'll see. Maybe they don't even pick at 11 and 23. But for seeing as they are the 11 pick, J.J. McCarthy's there, we're going to give them J.J. McCarthy. I think that's a fit. They might have to trade up to get him. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a fun, crazy night. Next up, the Broncos. This could also be a trade-on spot where we're going to give them Terrion Arnold. Again, they are rumored to be in the Bo Nix. Again, the Broncos could trade down, or they can trade back in later in the draft and get Bo Nix. I'm not high on Bo Nix. I think, like DJ said it best, I think it was Daniel Jeremiah, my guy, that said Bo Nix is a backup, and I 100% agree. Bo Nix is not worth a first-round pick, in my opinion. But I don't see maybe Penix, if that's the case, if he's there at 12 for the Broncos, they select Penix. Or I don't think Bo Nix is worth the 12th pick. I don't even think Penix is worth the 12th pick. If Penix is probably, honestly, if you want Penix, I think he's better off in the later half of the first round. You trade back in and get Penix. I like Michael Penix. I really do. I think he might be the best, not the best, like the top 5 quarterbacks in this class. I like JJ. I like May. I like Daniels. He's probably 5th man. I like Penix. I don't hate Penix, but again, I think Penix is not worth like a top 20 pick. I think he's more suited to go later in the draft. Maybe a team trades up for him. We'll see. I like Penix, though. Anyway, Broncos go Terrion Arnold. The Vegas Raiders, they also need a right tackle. We're going to give them Talise Fuangai. I've been giving them cornerback. I could see it being Q Mitchell, my dog. Could this be Michael Penix? I mean, the Raiders are talking a lot about Michael Penix. Will they go Penix at 13? I don't know. Maybe they do pull the trigger, but I'm going to give them a right tackle and Talise Fuangai and get some protection for their quarterbacks they currently have. Next up, the Saints. Oshan Fawanu. I think that's a great fit. Gets the Saints a good tackle. Again, I think the Saints are going to either go. I think the Saints should go tackle, get some protection for Derek Carr, but we'll see what they do there. The Colts, seemingly, do they need a receiver? Is my question, Colts fan. Let me know down below, because I have been seeing Colts fan wanting Marvin Harris Jr. as the dream scenario, but it probably won't happen. They want Brock Bowers, which Brock Bowers could be realistically here at 15. Do the Colts need a receiver? Colts fans, let me know down below. I don't know, because I would go Brian Thomas Jr. here, but we're going to go Q Mitchell, get Colts some help in the secondary there. So, yeah, Colts fan, let me know down below. Did I get it wrong? Next up, Seattle gets the hometown fella, Troy Fashanu, whatever. I can't pronounce these guys' names, man. I'll have to hear Roger Goodell pronounced it. Then I'll start pronouncing it the way Roger Goodell says it. How about that? Can we make a deal on that, chat? Can we make a deal on that? Anyway, Troy Fatani, whatever the hell this guy's name is, only allowed 2 career sacks at Washington, and he gets to stay at home in Seattle and get Seattle some protection there. I like that for Seattle. Next up, the Jaguars of Jacksonville. Again, they do need some secondary help. Cooper DeJean is there. Now, with Cooper DeJean, let me talk about him because he's not been drafted yet. Cooper DeJean's rumored to go higher than likely than people think. So we'll see what happens with Cooper DeJean. But I'm going to give the Jaguars receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. I think it's either him or a cornerback. Maybe the Jaguars trade up. Who knows what they do there. But I'll give him Brian Thomas Jr. Gets Trevor Lawrence, another weapon there. The Bengals, we're going to give them Amarius Mims. Get Joe Burrow some protection. I think I heard a rumor that he might not need to start right away. I believe someone else mocked him to the Bengals, and I happen to do. Again, I should mention this right now. Yes, I may have copied some people's picks, but I was doing my research, to why these players are going there and whatnot. I did a lot of research. I even went through every single team's pre-draft visits. All right, I did my research. I'm getting this out late. Yes, DJ, Mel Kiper, and Todd McShay and all these draft analyst guys got their mock drafts out before me. I know, I'm a busy guy. Anyway, Amarius Mims to the Bengals, get Joe Burrow some protection. Probably not going to have to start right away. Amarius Mims to the Bengals. Next up, the LA Rams. They're going to go Latu. They need edge help. And guess what? Latu. I'm probably butchering this guy's name. He might fall in this draft because there was a report coming out of guys who have injury concerns going into the draft. Brian Thomas Jr. was one. Latu was one, and a bunch of other players. He could fall, but I think the Rams want to keep the hometown kid there, get some edge help. I do like Latu. Probably butchering this guy's name. But I like him. He did good at UCLA. Let's see what he can do in the NFL. I'm very high on him. I hope the Dolphins maybe get him, but we'll see. The Pittsburgh Steelers. They're going to go with Cooper DeJean here at 20, get some secondary help. I feel like Cooper DeJean, it feels like a Steeler pick. I don't know why. I heard they are really interested in Cooper DeJean. They're going to get him at 20. Maybe they trade up for him. I don't know. Maybe they just take a tackle. I don't know. This is what is fun about the draft, guys. Anyway, Cooper DeJean to the Steelers feels like a Steelers pick to me. The Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. All right, Christopher, there's been a smoke screen, I hope, a scope screen out there, that the Dolphins are very, very high on Xavier Worthy. Listen, I like Xavier Worthy. I think Xavier Worthy would be a great fit in the Miami Dolphins. But let me tell you something. If you guys select Xavier Worthy at 21, I'm going to lose it. I like Xavier Worthy. I just don't think he's worth the 21st pick. If the Dolphins do indeed go with Xavier Worthy, I hope they trade down, get some more picks. We need some more picks for this draft class, and then select Xavier Worthy. But again, we don't do trades around here in these mock drafts. So I'm giving the Dolphins their Christian Wilkins replacement, Jarazon Newman. It also could be Byron Murphy, but I think Byron Murphy might be one of those guys who falls a lot. I like Jarazon Newman. It seems like the Dolphins really like Jarazon Newton. I like Newton. I think he could be great. Just if the Dolphins select Xavier Worthy at 21, I'm going to lose it. I think if they trade back and take him, either golf clap for me. But again, I like Troy Fatanu, whatever his name is, the tackle from Washington. I like Jared Verse. I like Latu. I like Jarazon Newman, Graham Barton, Jackson Powers Jr., Jackson Powers Johnson. I do like them to the Dolphins, just not Xavier Worthy. Brian Thomas Jr. I don't think we need Brian Thomas Jr. ain't that bad. Now that I think about it, Brian Thomas Jr. ain't that bad. But Xavier Worthy at 21, just don't. Christopher Greer, please don't do it. Anyway, let's get back on track. The Eagles, they love their Georgia. They love their Alabama players. We're going to stick with that trend. Kool-Aid McKinstry. Again, I heard rumors the Eagles are being the most aggressive team to try to trade up right now. Will that happen? I don't know, but Kool-Aid McKinstry would be a great player for the Eagles. We'll see what happens. Eagles want to trade up. That's the going rumor right now. We'll see what happens there. The Minnesota Vikings go with Nate Wiggins. We've been giving them Nate Wiggins gives them some good secondary help there. Graham Barton would be going to the Dallas Cowboys to get some protection for Dak, get some of that interior line going for the Cowboys. Dak needs some protection. They lost some of their protection this offseason. So Graham Barton, and I feel like it's either him or Jackson Powers Johnson going to the Cowboys there. I feel like those are two Cowboys picks, but we're going to stick with Graham Barton. The Green Bay Packers are going to go with Jared Verse, get some help there on the defense. I believe they have some guys up there in age. Could be wrong, Packers fans, that are up there in age. So, yeah, get Jared Verse, another young guy, to pair along. What's his name? Rashawn Gary? Yeah, Rashawn Gary, Jared Verse. There you go. There's your combo for the next few years, Packers fans. I just didn't know. Anyway, Tampa Bay, we're going to give them Jackson Powers Johnson. I think that's a good pick for the Bucs. I either think it's that, Byron Murphy, or an edge for Tampa. I'm going to go Jackson Powers Johnson, get some help for Baker Mayfield. Ryan Jensen has retired. I looked that up last night. He has officially retired. So there's your new center. You Tampa Bay Bucs fans, you get a good, solid guy and a guy who gives you guys protection for Baker Mayfield. Arizona Cardinals, we are going with Chop Robinson. Cardinals needs help everywhere. It's either that, maybe Byron Murphy. I don't know. Cardinals need help on defense everywhere. They need help in the interior. They need help on the edge. So we're going to give them Chop Robinson, who I believe is the first time I put him in one of my mock drafts. Adrian Mitchell to the Bills. I think the Bills need a receiver. They really do. It's been known. I heard the Bills want to trade up for a receiver. We'll see what happens. But again, we don't do trades. So Adrian Mitchell to the Bills. The Detroit Lions, we're going to give them Byron Murphy. He's been falling down the draft board, and he's going to go to the Lions there at 29. I do think he will fall. I do think Byron Murphy might be the guy who's like fallen. I don't know why. I feel like there's been rumors about Byron Murphy that aren't true, I guess you could say. But I do think he'll fall. I don't know how far he will fall, but I got him falling to 29. Again, I don't hate Byron Murphy. I would take him at 21 to the Dolphins. I probably should have done that now that I think about it, but I like I think they're going to go Jared Zanu, and there's more rumors with that. But anyway, Byron Murphy and the Lions, it's a good fit. Lions get a good defense, interior piece, a game changer, if you want to say, for the Lions. I also feel like the Lions might be a wild card team. They may take somebody, who's not even in the first round there. I mean, that's what the Lions do. They go for grit. They go for grit in Detroit. They go for grit. I like Dan Campbell. I like his philosophy. So, yeah, Byron Murphy, I think, fits that. There you go. Byron Murphy to the Lions. Next up, the Ravens are going to take a tackle, Tyler Guyton. I had no clue what I wanted to do with the Ravens. I looked at their pre-draft visits, and I didn't really know who would go in the first round. They're going to get Tyler Guyton, get some protection there for Lamar. Jordan Morgan goes in the first round as well. I think tackles, those tackles all can go round one. I do like Jordan Morgan to the 49ers. I think if Jordan Morgan's there, that's the pick. I also think the 49ers could trade down. But yeah, Tyler Guyton to the Ravens, Jordan Morgan to the Niners, and then finally Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. Chiefs need a receiver. Xavier Worthy gives them a lot of speed. I believe I heard Rashid Rice is going to get suspended a couple games. Hopefully he's okay and everything's okay there. But yeah, Xavier Worthy to the Chiefs. Watch out there. They're gonna go for a three-peat. And yeah, Xavier Worthy, we've been mocking him to the Chiefs. We've been mocking Jordan Morgan to the Niners. I think that all happens tonight, I think, for those teams. Now, that's my final mock draft, everybody. That is my final mock draft of this year. Let me know down below what picks I stumbled on. Did I say some BS about your team? Comment down below, man. Comment down below. Now, who do you hope your team drafts tonight? Let me know down in the comments below. Who do you want your team to draft tonight in round one? Do you want your team to trade up in the draft? Let me know down below. You want your team to trade down like my team, the Dolphins? You want them to trade down in the draft? Let me know all that down below in the comments. Let's have a good interaction comment section. Final thing before I get out of here, I will be live tonight for round one. I will be live around 7:30, 7:45 tonight for the round one. We will be live tomorrow night, 6:30, 6:45 for day 2 of the draft. I do not think we're going to be live for day 3 because I have to work on day 3 of the draft. So We'll be live for night 1 and night 2 tomorrow. Come around, come hang out. I'm very excited for the draft, man. It's going to be very fun. So come hang out, come chill out, and you don't want to miss it, man. You can also kind of get my thoughts on the picks too, if you that makes you happy. I'll give my thoughts on each pick and whatnot. I'm going to get out of here. Hit like, hit subscribe, and hopefully I see you all tonight. If not, maybe tomorrow night. I don't know, but I'm going to get out of here. Have a good day. Have a great night, and peace.